It's good to be known as the best Batman of all time. What? What's happening? Who's there? Who are you? I'm Batman, but I'm the Batman. No, but you're about to be branded by the real deal. No. Hello and welcome back to the first episode of 2018 on the KenOhwee Channel. Hope you guys had a happy new year, and I had a great new year myself, banging my head on the table for that stupid error on my last video. But today is a new day, and I'll be starting this week by talking about the Mezco figures. And first in this series is the 112 Collective BVS Batman by Mezco Toyz. So at first I was extremely skeptical to get this guy, as looking through his photos, that cloth material all over his body just reminds me of a Ken doll. It's Shaving Fun Ken! He's the cutest guy around, the shaving for a day. And with more posability than a G.I. Joe figure. G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe. However, those were all thoughts before I got this action figure. And man, I couldn't be more naive or wrong. If I had a DeLorean right now, I'll travel back in time to do two things. Tell myself I was wrong about Mezco so I can start collecting them early, then I can get my hands on the exclusive Mezco Punisher, and also to stop myself from pushing the publish button on the last video before double checking. But it's too late now, so starting with the box. This is how you should design an action figure box. Big BVS logo at the front and at the side, the series line, something to tell you what this figure is in case you get confused, and every other text at the bottom. Intended for adult collectors only. Well, I'm a man child, so that counts as an adult. And going to the back, no words needed. All the pictures illustrating what you have in this package. Cool poses, cool accessories, and it doesn't end there. Take off the plastic sheet and you have the Batman figure proudly plastered on the box. So even if you lose the plastic sheet, which you should not, you still have an amazing box design. Also, you can open it up to take a sneak peek at the figure. Look at him. It's like he's saying, if you want to touch this, you gotta fork out the cash for it. Which I did. And it feels wrong, but good. I kinda made it sound like the world's oldest professional. Let's open this Batman up. Welcome to the show, Batman. The pictures really didn't do this figure justice. Up close and personal, this figure looks and feels amazing. I'm not sure if the video could capture it, but the cloth itself has a mixture of light and dark lines to make it look like it's a mesh, and a darker grey lining on top across the suit so it doesn't look like a one-colored cloth. And the sculpting and paint job on this guy is also superb. They really molded all the lines on his eyebrows. His eyes look really hypnotizing for some odd reason. And he's the closest to look like Ben Affleck than any other Batfleck heads I've seen. They even got his double chin right. There's some lines on his logo to indicate scuffing, so this Batman goes to war. They even painted his knuckles and his steel-capped toe, and of course the muscularity. The broad chest. Look at that bodybuilder's six-pack. All the back muscles sculpted, the solid ass, even his crotch is evident. I can understand why this is only suitable for ages 15 and up now. And them quads! He can crush a watermelon in between his legs. No. And the cape. Made with a synthetic leather and is awesomely huge to the point I can cover his entire body, which so far none of the Batman action figures is able to do so. And this is what I want my Batman figure to be able to do. Blend in with the gargoyles. You can't see me, my time is now. Of course, this figure isn't without its gripes, and it's the cloth. The good thing about using cloth on your action figures is that you can conceal all the joints, which may be a plus to many as it keeps the illusion of having the character on your shelf, but I'm concerned how much pressure the cloth can handle whenever you're posing him. As you can see, pushing his arms outwards causes the cloth to stretch, and I'm not sure whether this will stand the test of time, but again, only time will tell. Overall, this is a figure you need to hold in your hands to be able to appreciate its beauty, as no pictures or videos can do it justice, but we definitely will do our best because this is one amazing looking Batman. Moving on to his articulation, I'm sure some of you may be concerned of how much the cloth might limit his movement, so let's find out. Head is on the ball joint, so twist left and right, up and down, and pivot, no problem for Batman. He's got a little bit of a butterfly joint, so up and down, left and right. As mentioned earlier, he can rotate his arm upwards but it causes the stretch, and he rotates backwards that far before the stretch. Move outwards, he has the beautiful bicep swivel which you can turn 360, but every time you want to move past the cloth, you'd have to readjust it, then turn it again, which may be a hassle for some. Bicep flex, forearm rotation, wrist 360 and up and down. He's got a middle and lower ab cut so he can twist a little in the middle but less at the bottom. Side to side pivot, he can arch backwards very far, but disappointingly he can only crunch forward that far. All that abs for what, Bruce? He can spread them quads wide open, kick up, kick back, thigh swivel, knee flex, feet on the ball joint so side to side and up and down no problem, but no twinkle toes. I wish he had more ab crunch, and twisting his joints may require some cloth adjustments which may be a hassle to some, but I can understand their justification for making such a decision. It's like saying a human being can only move so much, so stretching that cloth is like pushing the maximum of what a human being can do, but I still wished he had more ab crunch. And now, the Batcave. Look at that. So starting with the weapons. First off, the grenade. Nothing much to talk about there, just a black cylinder can. 3 Batarang with a nicely painted metallic silver finish. The grappling gun, nicely painted and sculpted. You got brown on the handle with the contrast of light and dark grey to highlight the gun's details. And best of all, a hole which you can pack to the back of Batman's belt. This is how you do a playable Batman accessory, folks. Also at the front, you have 3 interchangeable hooks. You got the base hook, then it blooms open, and the third is when you launch the flower into some thugs behind. But the third peg is a little tricky to peg in, and maybe it's just particularly my package which is a little sad. And all these 3 little things have a 99% missing rate, but Mezco provided you with a plastic wrap just like Figma to store all your little accessories because they know that you're going to lose it, so that's really thoughtful of you, Mezco. Also a special accessory where Batman burns his sign onto the criminal, which is also something all other figures have missed, so this is an awesome accessory to have. He also comes with an interchangeable head, just pull his head out and peg it back in. Ouch. And to me this head is just okay, and again maybe it's just my package, but his eyes are a little too far upwards, so he looks like he's having a massive migraine or a little drunk. Then his hands. He comes equipped with thug punching hands, 1 trigger hand on the right specifically to hold the grappling gun, 1 hand specifically to hold the smoke bomb and the body carving tool, a pair of reach out hands which also serves as the Batarang holding hands, but you have to position the Batarang correctly or the slightest pressure will send it off. But not to worry, if that doesn't work, they still provided you with a pair of hands holding the Batarangs, which I wish the Batarang was pointing outwards instead of inwards, then at least it looks like he's throwing them rather than looking like he's trying to sell them. Call right now at 1300 Batfleck to get these Batarangs, and you'll get a 3rd one for free. These are totally badass. And lastly, he comes with a beautiful stand with the logo printed on it as well, and a really solid hand to hold the figure in place, and a special pack which you can pack to the stand and pack in 5 additional wires, which its sole purpose is for you to pose his cape. And here's just a rough preview on how it looks. It'll take a little bit of effort to clip all this to the cape, but once that's all done, then the possibilities are endless. So this accessory is very much appreciated. And here he is standing next to other competitors. So in summary, despite not having a lot of ab crunch and the cloth material poses some limitation to his movement, it doesn't take away the fact that this is an amazing Batman action figure. I now understand why everyone loves this figure. Beautifully sculpted, painted, it has sufficient articulation for cool poses, and the accessories are awesome. If you're looking to get a Batman action figure, then look no further, Mezco's got you covered. I'm really amazed with this figure, and I cannot wait to get my hands on future figures as well. Another rabbit hole. Goodbye, rent money. It was nice knowing you. It's going to be a really sad day. Well, hello, Mezco Toyz. That concludes today's episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, which will help me a lot and I really appreciate it. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos about action figures, sketches, and more. Do let me know your thoughts on this figure in the comment section down below, and as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys are embracing your inner Batman and having a great week. Stay awesome, stay geeky, and I'll see you guys at the next video.